So looks like Aaron's going to be running first against Ahmed's Corp. Max against RP. What do we look for in this matchup? What's important?
Speed.
Speed.
Speed, speed, speed. If anybody can keep RP backed up on the ropes, Max can do it.
Yep.
Just being able to, because like I said before, the only thing that really saves them if you really can put pressure on those assets are the celebrity gifts, and the account siphons can kind of deal with that, the wanton destructions. So assuming Aaron can get out of the gate quickly, this is going to be one of the tougher matches that Ahmed's going to play today.
Yeah. And so I guess on the other hand, Ahmed hoping to get some early ice that can keep Max out for at least a little bit, or make it taxing.
I think
early economy.
Yeah, I think Archives is not going to be his greatest priority. I think the first 4 pieces of ice he gets are going to double R&D and double HQ because he knows that account siphon's coming. He knows that the indexing and things are coming.
Right.
So protecting the essentials is going to be priority before he can really start setting up the normal RP board. And Ahmed probably bidding on something on eBay.
Typing away, probably. Probably some more alt-art cards.
Oh, that reminds me.
The addiction is real, man.
And that's why I don't collect any. My poor checking account.
They're so good looking, though.
Really I think we are giving away some promo cards today on top of our normal prizes that we're doing for the SMC. They're giving away the winter game night kit as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Adding on just a little bit here.
Didn't know we still had any of those left.
Well, you know, some of the stores order large quantities of them. So shuffling up here, still getting ready. Let's see how this plays out for Aaron. I mean, this is good. This is the first time we've had somebody on the stream twice in rapid succession. We'll see how he plays the deck a little differently depending on what he's going against.
Right.
Because Ahmed's RP will be a little different than Pacer's RP. Will be a little different than somebody else's RP.
Right. And it'll certainly be a different matchup than it was against Michael, right? Against Blue Sun, this is sort of an entirely different idea. So, chat brought up a great comparison here. We've got Aziz Ansari on the right and Saul Goodman on the left. So, two comedic geniuses, really.
Better call Saul.
Let's see who takes it.
Apparently, Aaron is happy with his hand. The consistency that Max gives is just It's just great.
I was going to say it's hard not to be. That being said, Max can really sort of mill herself out of necessary cards. If you get a really bad draw, for instance, but as we covered earlier, he's put in the recursion to sort of fix that, which is always good. Ahmed probably just looking, as you mentioned, for ice and maybe some asset economy.
Yeah, you don't
celebrity gift.
Yeah, you can't start a subpar hand against Aaron in this Max deck. You have to have ice in the beginning. You have to get it up and going quick, and you have to have early economy. Otherwise, you will not have economy.
So it looks like they are ready to go. Ahmed's going to mandatory, and there's some ice in hand. Looks like a pup and an Enigma that were just installed. And then, he drops an asset.
And likes day job down.
Like seeing the iPad worse there, too. Less draw for Aaron. It's always good.
Goes ahead and uses prepaid. Sure gamble off to a good start. Ahmed Rez's Daily Business Show.
There it is again.
Like I said, it's been showing up a lot more in those RP decks now.
Sees something in the toll booth, puts the toll booth on bottom. Looks like maybe a Jackson he saw. Yeah, the second Jackson, or maybe that was the Caprice he saw. Hard to say. But as you said, not a lot of ice in that hand right now. Fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, the account siphon is in the bin.
We'll see if he has any way of pulling it out of there.
There's a Mimic install. Pretty classic against any Jinteki deck.
We know that there's a pup under there.
Oh, but he runs into the Enigma first.
Oh, he might have put that in the wrong place. Although, to be fair, Mimic doesn't really make pup any cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is that regardless of where it is, pup's going to cost you 2, essentially.
Yeah, the only way to deal with it is a parasite.
Yeah. And so I think he's probably more worried about the the keyhole. So he celebrity gifts for 2 Jacksons, a Caprice, a Sundew, and an Ichi.
And that's why I wasn't worried about his hand.
Yep.
So now Ahmed up there in the respectable 10 credit count.
Yeah, feeling comfortable with that money. But Aaron on the flip side also feeling pretty comfortable. 3 sure gambles down, 2 siphons in the bin, which he's certainly going to be looking to recur.
Does Aaron have any Vamps in this deck? I don't believe he does. I mean, he has the account siphons, and I think he's pretty confident in those. But I found Vamp can be a much bigger one-shot hit than account siphon can.
And Aaron runs in and hits almost the inevitable asset to trash, Jackson.
At least he gets it out now. The downside, you actually have to pay for it. They can't pocket it themselves.
I think Aaron deciding what he wants to do here. He's going to run and trash the DBS. Always a strong play. That extra card draw.
Especially, like I said, he's
important.
got the tempo here, and anything that he can do to slow Ahmed down. Some people will let that daily business show go, but he's got such an advantage here in this early game that he needs to stretch out as long as he can.
Yep. Looks like he dropped a wraparound in front of the pup, so that's going to keep Eater out when it eventually shows up.
Now we know that Aaron does play that Morning Star, but he's still going to need some help to get past that. Oh no, it's still a Barrier Breaker, so that's going to be enough. What's he searching for here? Keyhole and Singularity.
So yeah, as you said, those first 4 pieces of ice set up on Ahmed Centrals. So now he's just going to be looking to get some asset economy, and he's got the Jacksons to draw stuff. So probably looking to set up for a little bit of a scoring window.
Well, he still needs to get that Archives, cover
That's
up a little
true.
before he can
That's
get the assets. We were just worried about early damage control. There's the Eater.
There's the Eater. So Keyhole is virtually online now.
Just has to get it back out.
Yep. And
there.
Speaking of which, he's probably just going to take the account siphon.
Oh, he's going to be
4th click account siphon.
He's going to be a little disappointed here. Yeah.
The wraparound.
You hear the disgust in Aaron's voice.
Although it's not going to keep. Yeah, it's not going to keep Aaron out. He can get in there. Question is whether or not it's going to be worth it.
I mean, he's looking at 5, 6 to get through that, and 2 for the pup. He's looking at 9, so he's going to spend all the money that he would normally get, just to take 5 away from Ahmed, and then he's still sitting at 8. But at this point, you've already made the run, so otherwise you're just wasting a click. So. Arguing over where this is going to put Aaron on his economy. Yeah, so they've decided that it is 10. He's going to break even. Although I'm not sure, because wraparound, is strength 7, so he's paying 5 and 6. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, I don't think the math was quite there on that, but I may be wrong.
Unless I'm missing something. So Ahmed drops a Sundew.
All right, mills off another daily business, a day job and a Keyhole. He has 10 credits there, 20 credits there. Hard to tell that D10.
That's
he has 9. A 10 on one side.
Yeah, he has 9 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so no more money than he had.
Runs in, bounces,
yep,
goes
bounces,
there.
goes for the Sundew, yep.
Now Ahmed, I think, in the process of trying to secure his centrals against that early attack, has put himself in this awkward position of having a wraparound on the outside of this server, which so Aaron can just use as a bounce.
Bounce run.
So he's eventually going to have to pay 2 to put something in front of that, and it's going to take him another one of his pieces of ice that are going to be so precious against this Cutlery Suite.
Ahmed debating what 3rd card he should pull back with the Jackson. He's going to take the Celebrity Gift instead of the Hedge Fund.
And given how much economy Aaron can produce, that's not a bad idea.
Right.
Ahmed's not going to get a lot of asset economy going in this game. Aaron reorganizing his archives for us. Oh, we never congratulated him after the last game. Aaron enjoying himself.
Ahmed probably a little bit less so, but he's going to play the celebrity gift, shows the NAPD, and even more assets.
Don't think that's going to be worth the 9 credits to run there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But so Ahmed now sitting up at 15 credits here, so he can res pretty much anything. Although, you know, I don't think he's going to have a Janus sitting in this deck. Best splash ever. Ice is up, archives.
Aaron gets his second prepaid.
Use it lucky find, and there we go. That is that explosive economy you expect out of this prepaid deck.
And he's got same olds for the account siphon if he wants it, but again, as you mentioned, not cheap.
Just going to break even, and really you're putting Ahmed down from 15 to 10. It's not going to be a big tempo hit on him.
Yeah.
So as much pain as he's putting Ahmed in this early game, Ahmed is not making it easy for him either.
Yeah. Yeah, Ahmed's, at this point, got to start looking for some ice for a remote or to put in front of that wraparound.
There we go.
Pup. Still not going to be cheap to get through that.
He's digging for that morning star he loves so much. People having a lot of fun there in the background. It's International Tabletop Day. Shout out to Will Wheaton.
Aaron deciding what he wants to do with his last click, or maybe last 2 clicks. I think his last click, singular.
Just draws twice. And discards an eater.
And a prepaid. Yeah, unless you can easily get out through prepaids early. Even though everyone wants to run 3 of in these decks, you really only need the 2. So,
but you need the 2, but you need to be able to get them earlier. If you have 3,
right,
you can get the 2 a little faster.
Exactly.
And Aaron almost out of deck here. He's going to need to use this levy pretty quick.
Is that the morning? Yep, it's the morning star he just dropped.
Uses prepaid, makes, yeah.
Retrieval run.
Retrieval run.
It's a pup.
All right, phase his way
rough.
through, and
Yeah,
I assume that morning star is about to come back
we
out.
know what's coming out. It's what he was waiting for.
And then just parasite the wraparound here. No, he's
going to
siphoning.
siphon run, yeah.
And RP still down at 8 credits. But he knows that keyhole is coming, so he is going ahead and set up some ice in front of R&D.
He's going to drop a Caprice on HQ. And then he's going to take 2 credits, and then Sundew will fire at the beginning of Aaron's turn. Or on Aaron's first click.
Unless he can put a copycat out mid-run. And he's going to go ahead. Yeah, for 1 credit at a time, you just got to take these.
Yeah, there's the side game.
I mean, as Aaron for 1 credit at a time, I'd almost just bid 0 and let him either
and
go
Ahmed,
as broke as I do.
Like me, loses all of the side games. So nobody wins when Ahmed and I play.
Boom, pays 4, takes an NAPD.
That's a draw. It's better than the Nisei. Oh, and the Future Perfect, which appeared to be in Ahmed's hand.
And normally this deck is an R&D focused deck, but he is hammering HQ here.
And you know, Aaron knows that. He's a good enough player, and he's ready to sort of change directions. And he knows that, you know, if he can just keep running and account siphoning you in HQ, then he's going to win the game eventually, because you're not going to be able to afford ice or afford to advance and score.
But I don't know if he has any multi-advance here or multi-access out of HQ. So
yeah, I don't think he does. So we'll have to see what his solution is, and then so really interesting decision there by Ahmed. First he installs it behind the ice, and then decides better of it and moves it. Could be a signal to Aaron that he's got agendas in hand, especially after icing HQ again. Although at that point, you know, with HQ being practically free, you sort of have to add another piece of ice there. But we'll see what Aaron reads into this. Deciding whether or not to account siphon.
Yep, siphoning again. Runs into...
A Lotus Field.
So he's not going to get anything off siphon, but he can still access with it.
Oh, he'll bounce. That's interesting.
Well, he can't
Oh,
access
right,
anything
because
with
there's
the
no
eater.
money. Yeah, sorry. Oh, and then for 4, he'll spoon.
Nom 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 nom.
Eater.
Medical breakthrough.
Good card.
Sorry. Medical research center.
I do the same thing every time. And then there's medical research fundraiser, right?
Yep. A lot of medicine out of Kentucky.
Yeah, man, they just want to help the world. That's all Jinteki wants to do. They're not the bad guys. Just trying to help.
You get a bad reputation.
So Ahmed trying to figure his way out of this hole he's sort of fallen into. The wraparound was great for a turn or two, and then Morningstar came out. Oh, interesting.
Pup, yep. No matter how low you get RP, they're gonna have something to res.
Trashes the ice in front of R&D.
And Aaron is holding out a long time on the there it is. That is the most efficient way you can play
Yeah,
Levy.
the last card
cards.
from the deck. And Ahmed got to be hurting for a Jackson right now, which I think he actually has in hand. He's gonna need to get some of that ice back, or maybe some of that money. Either way, it's not looking great for him right now. So installs in that remote, that ice remote. Takes money. Back to Aaron. There's another account siphon and a day job back in. Seems familiar.
But he's used up all of his same old things now, so the account siphon being in archives is
Well, I mean, they're back
is
in the
not
deck,
as
but he's
big.
got to draw them.
Yeah.
But he's
Lucky
okay with just
find.
playing a lucky find.
Never a bad turn. Parasites out the
The
pup.
second pup, yeah.
If he could see what Ahmed has in hand, that parasite would be on that wraparound. Ahmed just draws. He has something unadvanced down here in the server, and he has 6 credits, so I guess he's just trying to make sure that he can keep his ice rezzed and slowly tax Aaron out here. Because at this point, he's already used his levy. Aaron's tax is not money. Aaron's tax is going to be cards from the deck. Ahmed may just be trying to play the long
Right.
game here and let Aaron run himself out.
And at that point, it gets really tough for Aaron. You know, he might be able to get in every server, but being able to afford it and keep up that tempo pressure is going to be really tough.
Yeah, there's no solid, consistent economy once your deck is gone. All of his
Right.
stuff is operations.
And Ahmed dropping a bunch of agendas into the bin, actually. He's going to have to cut one more. Couldn't quite see what that was. Does have an Eli in hand. So it looks like he dropped a Nisei, a Future Perfect.
And he's still got a Future
2
Perfect
more
in hand
cards.
there.
Yeah, so
Daily Business Show.
So instead of gaining $1, Ahmed's going to install something in a remote. Looks like there are 3 agendas in the bin.
And Aaron not running and making him pop that Jackson. There
Because
it
he's
is.
waiting to
Okay.
parasite first.
Yeah, dude.
So
Yep,
forces
Ahmed
the
has to pop.
Jackson pop. Been seeing that all morning from runners. Really, really good timings on sort of runs forcing the Jackson to pop. Really sort of good fundamental net runner. If he's got stuff in there that could be agendas, run the Jackson. Either get to trash it or make him pop it. Don't let it sit out there and gain him card advantage.
All right, Ahmed shuffling up here. Still sitting on 6 credits for Ahmed, 12 credits for Aaron. Aaron in a commanding position, but, I mean, based on his deck, he might have 10 turns to close the deal here before he has some serious economy issues.
He's going to just run HQ, try and pull an agenda.
Should have done that a couple of turns ago. He'd have a handful.
Well,
There we go.
Or he can do it this turn and pull one.
What do I know?
Yeah, don't you know it's easy to run if you just pull agendas every time?
Man.
Ahmed, probably looking to
agenda.
install.
Eli,
Is that
some other piece of
yeah,
ice.
Eli, maybe a Cortex lock. I think it is a Cortex lock because I'm pretty sure he borrowed it from me.
I'm notorious in our meta for borrowing cards from people,
Quote unquote
keeping them
borrowing.
for months. All right, Singularity and Keyhole, and we're back to the account siphoning. Sits Ahmed back down at 3, which is still Celebrity giftable, but I don't think Ahmed wants to show him his hand at this point.
Well, and it's tough because I don't know what sort of ice Ahmed really has to counter this, you know?
Especially what's left. I mean,
Yeah, there's another Cortex lock, yeah.
Cortex lock not really helpful here. I think Aaron has got a full 4.
Yeah. I mean, he would love some code gates that would keep him out, but the only Enigma we've seen has been
destroyed.
Spooned.
Yep.
Also the Lotus Field, I guess.
And I
So
think Aaron specifically has extra spoons in here because I think he has the Barrier Breaker and he has the
Right.
the Mimic. I think that's his main source of dealing with the
Code gates.
with the
It's
code
just
gates.
to destroy them, which is, you know, pretty strong.
Yeah, code gates are typically a little lower strength, a little easier to deal with.
He's going to Wonton for the first 4 clicks of his turn.
Ahmed not going to be happy here.
Loses an Eli, Future Perfect, and a Caprice. Probably just about the worst thing that could happen. He keeps the interns, which is nice.
Ahmed,
But how much
have
is
to
it
draw
really
for
going
the
to matter?
Jackson here? Oh, it didn't look like it coming. Nope, not happening. Going to put Caprice on Archives? Nope. Okay,
No, just
letting it happen.
there's
there it is.
Jackson's
Okay.
already installed. Okay.
So all of his Jackson's gone. Aaron under a timer, up 4-0. Ahmed starting to get a little bit of money pooled there.
He's got to decide what to put back with Jackson. Probably going to be a Lotus Field, you'd have to think. Maybe an Enigma. Oh, Sundew.
Economy.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, he knows that as soon as he knows in a couple of turns this game is going to turn in his favor, and he has to be prepared for it to go that way.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have ice to protect those servers, then what good does it do?
Puts the creeps back. Oh, there you go. Caprice, you don't need ice. Scored out a
that's
5-3
fair.
the other day. Just naked, played it naked, put it next to a Caprice and said, go ahead, run it. Sure enough, won 3 side games, won the game. You don't need any ice with her.
Yeah, see, I think Ahmed's trying to reason this out. He knows that he needs some ice at some point because eventually he's going to run out of spoons and recursion. And so the economy is going to be good, but it doesn't matter if he can't afford to. And this is the last Jackson, so he has no real way except for interns to get back anything else. He's thinking about the Lotus Field. I think that's the right call, honestly. I mean, you can interns back the ice as well, I guess. And maybe it makes more sense to do that.
2 Caprices and a Future Perfect? Yep.
Yeah, seems that way.
Just such a good card.
And then I think you interns back a Lotus Field on top of your scoring server.
Yeah.
And then hopefully get another piece of ice. And at that point, it's going to be really tough for Aaron.
Yeah, he needs to find something. He needs to find it now.
Yeah.
I mean, we know, I'm pretty sure he's had some multi-access out of R&D. Does he have any indexings in here? Any Maker's Eyes? Looking at his deck list here, he does not. He's going to have to go one at a time and just hope to pull something.
Yeah, I think they're talking about how many cards Ahmed put back. I thought the Caprice was the 3rd card that he put back.
Yeah, let's do Caprice and a Future Perfect.
That's what I thought, but it looks like they pulled one back to the trash.
He uses Sure Gamble. Gets himself 6 credits again. And he sees something. Okay, he sees a Medical Research Center, and he's going to trash it, not because he cares so much about the card, but I think just so he can see a new card next run. Oh, no. That was click 4. And Ahmed still has Future Perfect in his hand, and we're going to see the rest of his hand now. Caprice, another celebrity gift. Aaron knows where he has to go now, and only costs him 1 credit to get there, but I think Ahmed might drop a Caprice down there. Make Aaron pay 1 to win 2 side games.
So there's still 1 account siphon in the deck for Aaron.
Does he run 3?
I think he does. It is in. He runs 2.
Yeah, I didn't think he ran 3.
That would be a lot of influence, I suppose.
Yeah, he has to use his Lucky Finds and his Levy.
Yeah. But he does still have two more same old things.
And Ahmed here, like most RP players do, has snuck into money. Like he's sitting down there with a respectable RP stash now, but unfortunately he's lost most of his ice.
Aaron trashes both remaining Wonton destructions, so he's going to need that same old thing to
but at that point, you used up 2 of your clicks. You're making a run, so you can really only trash 2 cards.
I think
almost not worth it at that point.
I guess we haven't seen any of the Deja Vus. So
yeah, he can pull those back.
He's going to bring back the keyhole.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. And so it begins. And finally we see the Ichi.
Gets slowed down. Ichi out of RP.
Is pretty strong.
And fairly unexpected. I don't see that a lot.
Yeah, certainly. Now he could click through it if he doesn't want to spend the money. He is not super big on money right now. But he's going to break it.
I think he's not used to seeing a Bioroid. He might be maybe forgetting that he can click through it.
Oh, wow. Sees a Caprice. It's super unlucky for Ahmed.
Using iPad worse, drawing his hand back up, see if he can find something to deal with that, some kind of cutlery. Count everything back out again. All right, now Ahmed's still down there with about 13 credits. Still holding up to a respectable amount and just waiting for Aaron to deck himself out.
Is that a Susano or whatever it's called?
What?
Couldn't tell if it was that or maybe a Shinobi.
Ahmed's Corp deck does not look like it has any really out of the ordinary. Susano?
Yeah, I think that is what it is. I think he runs a 1 of.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is one I have not seen out of RP at all.
And that's a hard one for Aaron to break too. So we're probably going to see that on his scoring server.
But then it's going to put him in, cost him 9 credits.
Yeah, that's true. But at this point, he's winning the money game. That's something we've been taking note of, and Aaron is now down at 2. So he's going to need to see a day job at some point. Going to
see a Lucky Find. I think he's already used 1 on his way back through.
Yep, I think so. So new remote. And that might be the Susanoo Nomikoto. Because you would ideally want that as your innermost piece of ice.
And Aaron may have to shift his focus back to HQ. Nope, he's going to give Ahmed a turn here. Give him a free research center credit. Ahmed has now drawn an NAPD, so he's sitting with 2 agendas in HQ now.
Sitting on 13 credits. 1 more than Aaron.
Ahmed Celebrity Gifts, let's see what he has. He shows the NAPD that we know he has, and he shows the Future Perfect.
Oh, wow.
In the Cortex
that
lock.
That is a bold celebrity gift.
Well, I mean, he's still feeling back against the wall. I don't think he's really registered at this point kind of how much ground he's gained on Aaron.
Wow, and he doesn't even install the Caprice in HQ, so Aaron could get in here for 4 straight clicks.
And just hope.
And just hope. All he needs to do is draw that Future Perfect.
Or the NAPD and just pay his money.
Yeah,
He's not that far down.
He doesn't have a problem with paying for
Ahmed breathing heavy
to be at game point. Yeah, I think you're right. Ahmed's a little more worried than he maybe needs to be.
And he's still at 0 points. So I mean that's kind of the things eating at Ahmed right now.
Right. So he certainly feels some pressure to score, but as we've said, if he just sticks it out, gets some more ice installed.
Oh, Wonton.
There it is, deja vu for Wonton, which means Ahmed has a turn to sort of figure this out. And I think honestly his best bet here is interns the Lotus Field on top of that new scoring server, and then install probably the future perfect.
I'm not sure how I feel about. Oh, he just pulled Wonton instruction back to his hand. Okay.
Oh,
It's just running straight for it.
interesting. Oh,
and that's
wow.
going to be a 6 points.
Yeah, he's on game
So
point.
not really helpful to him.
And it looks like he's going to run back in because he knows he could just end it here.
Nope.
He doesn't. It's the interns.
He goes back again. One more time. I'm at shuffling under the table here. And
Oh,
got it. Here we go.
It is time to side game.
This is the most exciting moment in
Ahmed
a game of Netrunner.
Ahmed can't be feeling confident here.
I'm gonna bid on Aaron bidding 1, Ahmed bidding nope.
Oh, Ahmed pays 2, Aaron pays none. Interesting.
He
I
does
think
have the money
Aaron's okay
advantage
with
now.
that. Yeah, I think Aaron's okay with that because he knows that if Ahmed doesn't install it this next turn, he can just Wonton it.
And he does.
Interesting. And I guess because we know that's the Susanoo no Mikoto that Ahmed feels pretty confident that Aaron can't get in there this turn.
And with 5 credits, I mean, he should be. Unless Aaron has the one of the lucky find in his deck.
Oh, the spoon goes away. So yeah, he would have to. Oh wait, no, it's a century, right? I'm sorry.
You can just take the run on archives and then.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if Aaron has anything to break that. He does have a forked in hand, it looks like. So he does have the one piece of cutlery he needs. But he would essentially have to take money and then play it for click 4. And that would take a hell of a lot of foresight, I think.
And I mean, he's at what looks like 1 card in his deck right now. I don't really see anything in there.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
He's going to Wonton. That's not great for Ahmed. He really wants that Caprice and that interns, so he's going to lose at least 1, if not both. Oh, looks like he's keeping 1. Looks like he keeps the interns, which is probably the best case scenario.
He's going to let Ahmed
Oh,
score.
wow.
Oh, he drew another future perfect.
Draws another future perfect. Now,
He's snapping those
Aaron-
cards a little harder now.
Aaron doesn't know that, but Ahmed has to think now. But I think he has to score it,
He's got to get some points on the board
because
here.
if he doesn't, then Aaron has to know he's got something in hand if he doesn't.
And that's it for Aaron.
So Aaron is at the bottom of his deck.
Ahmed has managed to draw this game out and tax his cards as opposed to his credits. And he's going to go ahead and install advance again. Aaron watching this game kind of slip away from him now.
I think Ahmed finally starting to figure out that I'm actually pretty good in this spot. Maybe I should just score. Always a good choice as the corp to just score.
And I mean, he's not in a great place for RP, right? He has
Right,
an open
right.
archives and he has 1 piece of ice protecting this
Yeah.
thing, but there's just nothing Aaron can do about it. He's trying to hammer Central so hard, he doesn't have a lot to deal with that remote server ice. Trash it. He's going to let him keep it. Two going to finally make the run. Oh, it's a toll booth.
Whoa.
They say in unison.
That surprised the hell out of me.
Not an
That might
unreasonable
actually be a bigger deal because I don't think he does have the spooned, right?
Nope. He discarded 2 of them earlier. They're sitting in that middle row, I think.
Now, interestingly enough, Ahmed just drew a Nisei Mark II.
And I mean, you can't worry about it at this point. He doesn't have any wants. He can't waste money running on that server too many times. He's not getting a lot to come back. You got to kind of trust your hand at some point here and
Yeah.
go for the throat.
And he's trusting the toll booth right now.
and dilutes that agenda draw a little bit.
He's going to run forked into R&D. Now that's interesting. Because now I guess we know that that is the Susanoo.
And if that is Susanoo, that's going to take all of Ahmed's money to res. Ahmed thinking through this decision here. A lot of money, a lot of tempo that this is going to cost him. I think he's going to let him on through. Let him hit the Ichi. He's going to eat
And really he just has to hope that... Although at this point,
so now he can't
if he
access,
runs
he's
again,
going to keyhole. Yep.
now he can res the Susanoo, though. Which effectively keeps Aaron out. I think he has to.
I mean, let's see. So he has seen all 3 NAPDs. There's a Future Perfect on the board, Future Perfect there. DC's in his hand. So there's 3 agendas still
Probably,
to be found.
Yeah, I think this is the safe play.
Yeah.
It's just resing it. Oh, is that 9? I thought that was 10.
It's 9.
Okay. So Aaron probably going to be surprised to see that.
I know I would be. So we have a 7 strength sentry that he has to deal with. I mean, he can do it. Access archive, sees nothing.
Oh, no, okay. There it is.
Singularity, there we go. Although I'm not sure why Aaron ran archives before he used Singularity.
Yeah.
You'd think he would destroy that and then go make the run over there. It doesn't matter. Ahmed
Now the good news
doesn't have
is
any,
I think Ahmed has interns actually in hand.
yeah. No, he got rid of the interns with 1, so unless he drew another one,
Yeah.
which he may have, but yeah, he doesn't have it. Otherwise, he would play that immediately, I think.
Oh, yeah.
DC Daily Business Show, 2 pieces of ice.
Boom,
there
he does
is.
have it, okay.
Yes.
That's big.
Yeah, Aaron should have done Singularity first 2 clicks.
And then he installs maybe the Daily Business Show. It's weird because he can't really afford to res it right now, but if he can get it online, it's going to be pretty important for sort of filtering the agenda to the bottom of his R&D.
You're trying to figure out here. I mean, he has 6 credits. You have to assume he's running very, very short on economy cards. I haven't looked at his hand while he's been shuffling in a while. He does have a prepaid, and I'm not sure what that middle card is. It almost looks like a Katie, but I don't think he's playing Katie's in the deck.
I don't believe he is.
He's not. It's going to bounce off of the HQ for 1. He is going to play same old thing for 2, use 3, 4, and Singularity yet again. Yeah, he realized he can't pay 3 and do that. So he's just going to pay 4. Oh no, I might have taken 3 and actually played out the same old thing so that he could
use it next turn.
bounce, use it for 2, and then run archives for 4. Because we've already seen what happens there.
Although that's a good point. The Singularity is a double, so it would
Right.
cost him the 3.
Well, it doesn't matter if Singularity is double right now because he's going to use the
Right.
2 off of the same old thing. This is a really awkward moment in this match. Like it's something you don't see, right? The runner has kind of taxed himself into oblivion, but the corp is so far behind in board positioning right now. Although the Tollboots has kind of brought him back on this.
Yeah.
He only has 3 credits, so if he tries to advance his agenda and actually score it, he's going to be sitting on almost E.
Now, if he installs Eli and takes a credit.
And you can res the Eli, and he has a
can
little
res the Eli.
more little more secure server,
Does
but
that
then still
keep-
going to take him 2 turns worth of taking credits to be able to
Right,
actually
to
get
be
the
able to
money.
afford. Well, he's getting 2 a turn.
Okay, so 1 more turn full
Yeah.
of just taking credits.
And so next turn he would be able to advance. And Aaron might not be able to get enough money to get back in by that time. So I think that's what I would do. I think if you install Eli, take a credit, probably just take 2 credits.
And Ahmed realizing he only has 6 turns left in the game. So you're looking at a turn of taking credits to advance your thing. So you're looking at 2 turns for the agenda on the board. You're looking at a turn to install
interesting.
advance.
He installs the Caprice on R&D.
So right now Ahmed looking at least 3 turns to score out to 7 points, assuming that he doesn't have to take any more money. And Aaron gets the daily business show, puts it back, runs again. And this is probably his best course fact right now. It's only 1 credit to get in there. He's got to assume Ahmed has something in there. Of course, we know Ahmed does. Can't trust that. Run back for 3. No, just taking credits.
Yeah.
Ahmed gets 2.
See, now he can install the Eli and then advance.
Are you installing it over the remote server, or are you installing it over HQ?
I don't think you can install it over HQ. Interesting. I'm not sure why Aaron doesn't want to Singularity that. I guess he doesn't have the money for it.
I mean, they're underneath the camera, you know, the pressure, the lights kind of get to you, and I think there's been a couple of odd plays in here, but on the whole, I think it's still been a very solid game. I don't know what I would make, the decisions I make in these players.
This is a really tough position to be in for both players. You know, Aaron knows he'd...
Okay, he's played down the same old thing, and he's trying to destroy the Sasano. Looking through to see what else he has. I think he's wanting to see if he has any more interns in there to bring the ice back, maybe. So he's bouncing off Susano. I don't think he realized that he played and popped his same old thing. You might want to put that back. Oh, okay, so he's using 2-3 there to spoon run later. Okay. And he, I think, is trying to spoon the toll booth out. Yep. Okay, so he ran for 1. He played same old thing for 2 and spoon run for 3-4. Right now we're back to where we were. So now I think
So
Ahmed's about to play that Eli. Oh, he can score.
Oh, he has
out
another
this
toll
turn.
booth. I think he just drew another toll booth.
Yeah.
So if he survives 1 more turn, he can install the toll booth.
Install the Nisei
Install the Nisei and
once.
advance once. And have enough to res the toll booth.
Yep.
Which wins him the game. Hands down. Because we know Aaron has nothing else in hand. Now, of course, if Aaron accesses here and scores,
Access to the Nisei. Man, this is an intense game.
Oh, of course.
Future perfect again.
And the dangerous thing here is that this could put Ahmed out of range of that play.
So let's see if Aaron realizes this. He may be in the point where he needs to just bid 0-1.
Yeah,
he knows
exactly.
Ahmed can't really afford to bid 2 here. Ahmed telling him the game will be over in 2 turns, so you better do it now. Big moment. 1.
Ahmed survives, bids 1. I think that's what I would have done too.
And was that click 4?
I don't think
I think
so.
Aaron just took money. Well, he motioned like it was Ahmed's turn, so I'm thinking maybe he took credits.
Oh, yeah, wow, it is
Yeah,
Ahmed's
he went up
turn.
from 2 to 5.
Okay, Ahmed, there is a right play. Now here's the problem: is he has 3 agendas in hand.
Well, I think Aaron was trying to sit on 4 credits in case Ahmed had an NAPD, but I don't think he took account of the fact that he has all 3 of them sitting in his hand.
I think it's really tough because if Ahmed does that, if he installs the toll booth, installs advances.
Then he's leaving the future perfect, you know, vulnerable in his hand. But
Right.
Future perfect can protect
Well, there's also a
himself.
Nisei now in his hand as well. There are 2 Niseis.
Oh,
in the
there are
future
2
perfect.
Niseis,
So the
okay.
problem is his hand is super vulnerable at that point.
Mid looking for some kind of salvation here.
I think he's just trying to figure out what those last 3 cards in deck are and whether or not they can help him. I think the decision here is whether or not to install Toll Booth over HQ.
What's he at? 9 credits over there. So
Yeah.
install toll booth is going to put him to 0 and extend the game. He can't
Right.
because if he if he reses that toll booth, he's going to have to extend the game 3 more turns.
I think
he has 3 in his deck.
I think the only play is Toll Booth in a remote and
yeah,
install advance and hope that he doesn't. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. So now if I'm Aaron, I'm possibly taking 2 credits, running the well. Yeah, I mean, you have to take 2 credits. You have to run the toll booth because then he's only going to get 2 off of his medical research, so he can't finish the agenda next turn. If he reses the toll booth, then you can make a run on HQ, and he only has 0. So if you pull that future perfect, you're going to win the side game.
Right. Of course, Aaron doesn't know that's a toll booth.
Right.
But he's just going straight for HQ. Now Aaron might have figured out that there's a toll booth, and so he wants to run HQ now. He doesn't care about the side game.
Nope. Runs back again. Just goes ahead and puts the money down. This is a tense game. This is one of the more exciting RP games I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Normally these RP games are a little...
And what he doesn't know is that he could be hitting an
He could be
Nisei here.
winning, so
He could just
he's
pull
so
the
close.
Nisei and win.
I want it. Oh, there for 3. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Misplay, Aaron. Ouch.
Now,
he can't pay the 3.
He can't pay the 3, though, so he keeps his 2.
So he's going to run back for 4. And
if he runs back
at least
for
he
4,
bought himself another turn. So, not a bad play as it turns out. I mean, if I'm Aaron,
he might just take money, honestly.
Yeah, if I'm Aaron, I'm going to take money on my 4th click.
Yeah.
There we go, yeah.
Oh, wow, another Nisei in hand. So now Ahmed has 3 in hand. He's got to install that Eli now. And take 2.
I mean, he has 2 turns on either one of those turns. But if he installs the Eli and Aaron runs his hand, if he reses it, right, then that's setting back another turn. Ahmed is under just as much end-of-game pressure as Aaron is right now.
But see, the thing is, by doing like Ahmed, his only increased his chances, like probably going to draw a Nisei
Yeah, there's
here,
only
right?
one.
Like odds are.
Yeah, there's only 1 non-agenda card in
Yeah.
there. That's it. Oh,
And so
man.
I think Ahmed had to install Eli there, and
That was a great game. And they still have a second one to go.
yeah, only halfway there.
Man, Aaron, look at the camera. He knows we are.
Yeah,
We're
I
in
mean
here
that
just
that was
applauding
that
him.
was as close as it could be.
Great job, guys. That's how Netrunner should be played.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and there might have been other lines of play that we were thinking of, but A, you can't know that when you're sitting there at the table, and B, I think they played that about as well as they could have regardless.
Magnificently, yeah.